Is the rough country lift kit worth it? Is it the best bang for your buck? Is it the best for your truck? Or is it gonna leave you shit out of luck? Before I start this video, I am not sponsored by any means by Rough Country, and I'm gonna try to keep this video as unbiased as possible, but of course we're gonna be talking about my truck and the experience I've had, you know, with the lift kit. So this is going to be my 1 year review on the Rough Country lift kit. Now, like I said, we're gonna try to be unbiased, but at the same time not really, because we're talking about my truck. So technically I have half of a Rough Country lift kit on. So what I used to have was their 4-inch blocks in the rear with my stock leaf springs, and in the front was just, you know, the lift kit they gave me. The drop brackets, it was the radius arm drop bracket, you know, the twin I-beam drop brackets, and the springs and the shocks, everything along that. Now for the rear, you only get blocks because that's really all you need, and then the shocks. Now after riding with blocks for a while and using my truck for truck stuff, hauling and stuff like that, you realize you don't really want your truck sitting on blocks. So what I did was I got this company called Skyjacker. I got their leaf springs, switched it out. Now I'm sitting on no blocks, straight leaf springs. That's besides the point. So technically we're going to be giving a review over the front half of Rough Country lift kit. So like I said at the beginning of this video, is it the best bang for your buck? Before I even go any further into the video, this kit was like 700 bucks for a 6-inch lift. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm modest. Yes, it's the best bang for your buck, but at the same time you have to replace everything else. It's a long story. So actually talking about the lift, honestly, the stuff is really great quality, right? I've not had any of the metal, any of the brackets or anything like that crack. And the springs though, a lot of people say that they compress down to the 4-inch lift. Quite honestly, I'm not too sure if that's true or not. This is a 2-wheel drive. They automatically sit 2 inches lower than a stock 4-wheel drive. So I don't know, it's kind of iffy on that. So I would say springs, shocks, all the bracketry is A+. I wouldn't say anything bad about it, but the one thing I do have to say is that my brackets are welded to my frame right now. The reason being is because I'm gonna say the bolts and the hardware, the kind of stuff that they give you to use, the washers and such like that, I'm gonna say they're probably not the best quality, but they're not that bad. So basically what happened on my kit is both of the drop brackets for the I-beams on my truck, the bolts actually wallered out, and I was getting really bad death wobble every single bump. I mean, a little tiny rock this big, if I ran this over, I would start shaking like no other. Death wobble was super scary if you have not experienced it before. So I was like, screw it, we're welding these to my frame. There was like a 2 to 3 week period where anytime I would death wobble, I would have the ratchet and the wrench ready to just get down there and tighten it back up until I start death wobbling again. So I was like, screw this, we're welding it to the frame. Now that's probably the only actual complaint I have about it. All the other stuff, I've talked about it in my previous videos, camber, caster, toe, and everything like that. That's just the nature of a 2-wheel drive lifted twin I-beam, twin traction beam as well. Now, I'm not a genius on this stuff, but I have learned a lot of stuff about this. One thing I think Rough Country should have included in this lift kit is longer, actually, radius arms, which is these right here. I'm not sure how good you can see it, but it's not that long. You're supposed to have these quite a bit longer to accommodate with the lift size you have. Rough Country didn't include it. Do I think it really matters? Probably. That could be one of the reasons why we have such trouble aligning this truck. But I would not put my money on it. I just think it's twin I-beam. That's just the problem. So would I lift this truck if you had no experience at all with these kind of trucks, twin I-beam and twin traction beam in particular, and you don't know somebody that knows something about it? I honestly would not attack this job yourself, but all power to you if you do. I personally had absolutely no experience lifting a truck, but we went to one of our friends' house that did know how to do it. Now, they do give you a single steering stabilizer, which helps with the bumps and stuff like that. But with these, I would definitely get a dual steering stabilizer. I actually just got one not too long ago, and it helped a whole lot more than the single did. It comes with the single in the kit, but I would definitely go ahead and just buy the dual steering stabilizer whenever you buy the lift kit. It was like 100 bucks. It's well worth it. So one thing I do want to say is that on the Rough Country site, it says you can run 35s with the 6-inch lift. On the 2-wheel drive, that's a big no. I have 9 inches of lift in total. I have the 6-inch Rough Country lift and a 3-inch body lift, and I have 33-inch tires. My rims are 10 by 15s, and these are 33 by 12.5-inch tires. And I have 2-inch spacers on the back. I used to have 2-inch spacers on the front. But honestly, don't put spacers on a lifted 2-wheel drive OBS. Just don't do it. In the front at least. Now, we all have had different experiences with Rough Country. Some being really bad, some being really good. Me, honestly, if it was bad and great, I would say mine is good. And it's been on there for a year now. It was a year and like what? I think it was like 20 days probably.
Yeah.
From today, it's like 20 days that have been on there for a year, which is actually really crazy. I could have sworn it's been on here for like 2 years now, but I've done a whole bunch of stuff to this in a year. I'll probably throw up a picture at some point in the video of what it actually looked like before I've done everything, just so y'all can see the differences. Installing the actual kit took 2 days, but we kind of took a break, and all I would say maybe 6 hours in total, and that was with a lift and with about 3 dudes doing it. Now if you've done this all the time or you know a lot about this stuff, I'm pretty sure you could do it in your driveway in 4 hours. I've been getting a lot of questions recently about the drive shaft and did I have to do anything with it? No, I didn't. I actually didn't even think about that at all when I lifted it, so that's a big no. Didn't have to do anything with that. Honestly, I cannot tell you, once I put the kit on, I had to do a whole bunch of other stuff to make that kit work. But down the line, of course, everything wore out because it was all 25 years old. I've replaced the entire front end on this truck now. It's all brand new basically, and at this point I could say I'm pretty happy with it, how it's driving and everything, and that's why I wanted to make this video, a 1-year review on the rough country lift, just so y'all can get an idea. Like I said, I have people asking me about it all the time. Wanted to make this video, answer all the comments in one answer, I guess you could say. Okay guys, so I think that's actually gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. Hopefully you guys got some good information out of this, and if you have any more questions, please comment them down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. But like I said, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Make sure to drop a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new, and jot down in the comments any more video ideas along with questions you have about this lift kit or anything else. But other than that, I will see y'all guys in the next one. Peace out. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I want to introduce y'all to my new brand, Stay Lifted. Now this brand basically consists of lifted trucks, and for now what we have is the OBS genre of trucks. As you can see, there's a bunch of different stuff we have on the site. As we talk, there's also more being made. Eventually we will have more trucks, a whole bunch of different trucks, anywhere from Ford to Chevy to Dodge. We'll have all of them in the cartoon versions, and Stay Lifted basically means stay lifted, like keep your truck lifted, because why not? Now I'm not begging you to buy the merch. If you want to buy it, you'll buy it. There's a bunch of different stuff on there. Like I said, just go to the website. I'll leave the link down below in the description. It'll be in the description of every single video. There's shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, I mean you name it, and it's probably on there. And if you want your truck to be featured on one of these shirts, send me a message on Facebook at Chase Tyson. You should be able to look up my name and you'll definitely see me pop up. Like I said, nobody's forcing you to buy it. If you want to buy it, by all means go ahead and buy it. You support me along with the channel and allow us to do bigger and better things. Thank you guys so much for the support recently. Hopefully you guys like the stuff. Even if you don't want to buy anything, just go click the link in the description, look through the stuff, and just tell me how you like it. Depending on how much y'all guys like the stuff, there will probably be new clothing dropping on the site like every week. But like I said, thank you guys so much for the support, and as always, stay lifted, people. I'm out.